What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss T. Yep, that's me. And I just came back from seeing the new #1 hit in the box office, Straight Outta Compton. This is my dog, Piper. And I just think it is an amazing movie. If you have not seen it, you must go see it. Not just if you like, or if you're 90s and 80s babies and you enjoy the music from N.W.A. and Dr. and Ice Cube. Not just for that reason, but it's so close to what's going on in the real world right now. It's a very timely movie that needed to air at this time. There's a lot of details about police brutality and things of that sort, and it's just gives a new outlook to what's going on today. So if you haven't seen the movie, you must see it. It's made me excited about hip-hop all over again, because hip-hop has kind of, died. It's lost its touch. Hip-hop used to be about messages, not necessarily positive messages, but messages that meant something. We were talking about something, regardless if it was the hood, regardless if it was slinging dope, or it still was talking about something. It just wasn't, this latest fads of doing different dances and things of that sort. That wasn't what hip-hop was when we were kids. It meant something, it was a message, it was a movement. So I'm excited, and I hope this movie brings back that era. I heard Dr. Dre has a new album coming out of it, and even there's talks of Ice Cube going back into the studio and doing some things. In the movie, they talk a little bit about just about all of the top stars. You see a little debut from Snoop Dogg. You see something about Suge Knight. Let's see, who else did they do? They had a tidbit about Bone Thugs and Harmony, just a slight bit. I don't want to tell the movie, even though if you know anything about N.W.A. And anything about the story, it really is a true story. It tells itself. There are a few details that people never really knew that are in the movie, but it's important that you see it. You have to see it. It is a movie. It is a must-see movie. And again, I can't help but say how timely it is for what's going on in today's time. You definitely should go. Awesomely amazing. I like your name, Awesomely Amazing. That's kind of, I like it. Thank you guys for tuning in again. I'm Miss T. Yep, that's me. I host Aaron. Well, you're welcome. But I liked your @name. It's kind of cool. Again, I'm Miss T. Yep, that's me. I host my own radio show on DFWIRadio.com every Thursday, and I'm just talking about that. I just recently came back from seeing the movie Straight Outta Compton. Hi, Eazy girl. I'm sitting in my dog Daisy. I'm talking to the people, to the world here, to the world. Right, Aaron? Oh, wait, this is Aaron. I know you, girl. Once I looked at the picture, I can see. I can't see that far back. At any rate, must see such a timely film. If you have not seen it, you definitely need to go see it. I think we really need to. It is important. Not making it a black-white race thing, but it is important for America to support such a movie when some of the same things that were going on at that time for that particular group, for hip-hop, for rappers. It's important that we go see and support that movie, because some of the exact same things were going on, and it kind of sheds light and makes things a little bit more illuminated and makes you understand it. If you are lost at what's going on with the whole police brutality thing, and you don't really get it, and you're making it about a race issue, you definitely should go see this movie Straight Outta Compton, because it kind of is going to give you a different aspect and a different view of it. I know from a music standpoint, I hope we see more hip-hop movies. I would love to see the Snoop Dogg story. They give just like a slight tidbit of Snoop Dogg, but I would love to see his story. And it kind of makes you wonder, now, where are some of these people, some of the naysayers, and what do they think of N.W.A. now? I know Eazy-E has passed away. He lost his fight with AIDS, but the Ice Cubes, Dr. Dre is a billionaire. Did I mention he was a billionaire? Yeah, a billionaire. I would want to see Bone Thugs and Harmony or Hot Boys. That would be good, I think. But do you think Bone Thugs would have enough to cover this whole entire movie. This movie, Straight Outta Compton, is so colorful. Literally, we get inside tidbits of their whole lives. It has so much developing story, and not just of their lives. It gives us an inside tip to Death Row Records. It gives us an inside to, I can't think of the other, Ruthless. It gives us an inside tip to those things, some things that we never would know. Of course, I always say I want to see the Suge Knight story, but of course, because he is a killer, rate the movie. I give the movie 2 thumbs up. Oh, can you see my thumbs? Well, that's 1, and here's the other 2. It's definitely a 10. It's definitely a 10, but it's well written. I would say that. You know, I was concerned about O'Shea Jr., Ice Cube's son, playing him in the movie. I was really concerned, but because I know he says that he did not give him that role. I know he says he auditioned and he worked for it. I was concerned if he was going to be able to sell me that FU mentality that Ice Cube comes off with, and he definitely doesn't. All of the actors are very great, are excellent. You even get tidbits of you see their wives in the movie. Not a lot, but you do see a lot of their history and a lot of things that you did not know about the music business. Never knew that Ice Cube did the same thing to his record label that TLC did, and go in with a bat and bust up the whole place to get your money. I never knew that happened. What would you do? What do you think about the casting call controversy surrounding the portrayal of black women? In terms of the movie, I don't think any black women were misrepresented. There really is no star role of a black woman in that movie. There are small tidbits. Again, you see Eazy-E's wife, you see Ice Cube's wife, and you also see Dr. Dre's first child's mother and the woman that he's married to now. And all you see of them is kind of being really supportive to them. Hello. You just see them being really supportive to their mate. The only other portrayal of black women you see is people being groupies. Thank you. They sound cute, honey. Thank you, girl. You only see them being groupies. And the truth of the matter is, groupies happen. That is the true thing about the music industry. There are, for lack of better words, oh, you're a guy, by the way. I'm sorry. Again, the pictures show up so small, so I have to go like this to see them. I'm sorry, but thank you, sugar. Kisses to you. The movie itself, it just shows groupies, and there's going to be hoes everywhere you go. Let's just say it just like that. Yes, there is a slight bit of nudity. If you have a problem with that, there is going to be a few nudity. There's some little scenes just showing women being groupies. And that's just what it is. That's them telling the story. That's not them representing black women in any type of way. That's the story. If you, any rapper, even Fetty Wap with N.W.A, let's see, what's his name? The man. Hit the Quan, whatever his name is. And they got groupies. They got a line. They got lines of people. I'm not throwing shade. That man don't have no eye. That's the truth. That Fetty Wap does not have an eye. But they got groupies. Have you read the Huffington Post surrounding the casting call requirements? No, I have not. But I will go in and read it before my show on Thursday on N.W.A.radio.com, because I'm going to be talking more about the movie Straight Outta Compton. If nothing, there was small women, big women, little women, all types of women in them party scenes. Literally all types of women, and it was a lot of black women. In that day and age, in the 90s, you have to realize this is the late 80s, early 90s, when hip-hop was really becoming what it is. This is before 3 6 Mafia. This is before Lil Wayne. This is before all of them. So that crowd was predominantly followed by a black African-American type. I believe the women that was in the video, they looked like me. Actually, and it was a few women in there that had stretch marks. Now, that's just what shocked me. One of the girls I wanted to see, the first thing I saw, I said, We don't have real hip hop today. I definitely agree. We don't. But I was shocked because that person had stretch marks, and I don't know how much you pay attention to shows and movies and things of that sort. I always look at it. I've never in the history of a movie seen a woman with stretch marks on camera in Hollywood. Never. So I don't think it was anybody's at all. But I must say, you definitely have to go see this movie. Please support this movie. Do not bootleg it. Do all of the things that we like to do. Go watch it. You know, don't do that. Please go see this movie. If not just to support, let's be real. Dr. Dre does not need your support. Ice Cube does not need your support. Eazy-E, even in his grave, does not need your support. This movie needs support because it is so close to what's going on and what we see in the media. There's a lot of social prejudice. There's a lot of stereotypes that are discussed in this movie that match what we see on the TV screen so close that it actually brings light to it. I'm now back in love with the hit "Fuck the Police" because if you love not Kendrick Lamar, who sings "We Gonna Be Alright." Y'all know what song I'm talking about? I can't think of it. If you love that song, Drake does not sing "We Gonna Be Alright." Not Beyonce, rapper. Not Kendrick Lamar. What's the other one? There's two really good rappers nowadays. It's Kendrick Lamar and the other one. That's true hip hop. It definitely ain't Nicki fake self. Don't get me started now. I'm going to check it out. My daughter's seen it twice. She said it's a phenomenal movie. It definitely is a phenomenal movie. Very well done. I'm glad they took their time in it. I'm glad that they did not make it your typical nigga movie. And I hope to not offend anyone, but it's so easily when you have a movie that's Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar sings the song. Great. If you love that song, "We Gonna Be Alright," it makes you fall back in love with "Fuck the Police" all over again because it's, you know, minus the language, it's truth. It's really speaking truth. But back to what I was saying. It's so easy for when you have a movie that's predominantly an African American film with African American stars and African American music. It's so easily. No, I don't have children. I have two. There they are. I'm talking while they're still. Anyway, it's so easy. Yes, Aaron, those are my babies. Don't hate, okay? I am 29 years old. You trying to get it, aren't you? But no, it's so easy for a movie that is predominantly African American with African American music to be labeled as hood, to be labeled as ratchet, to be labeled as thuggish, to be labeled uncreative. You know, it's so easy for some of the, and I'm not trying to make it a black and white thing, but reality is just reality. A lot of African American films don't get the proper funding that they need, and you can tell that, thank God to Dr. Dre and the beats and his money, they made this a good movie. They definitely told this story. This is not an African American film. This is a film that highlights a significant part of, stop interrupting her, I'm actually interested in what she is saying. Oh, thank you so much. Make sure you follow me if you are enjoying what I'm saying. It's Miss T, yep, that's me on everything. I host my own radio show, DFWIRadio.com, every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm also on Periscope, and I'll be doing different little videos throughout the week. But Miss T, yep, that's me on everything. So any social network you want to find me on is Miss T, yep, that's me. But what I was saying is it's so easy for I our films, and I have to say our because I'm African American. It's so easy for our films to be labeled as and to not get the proper things that they need. But I can say Straight Outta Compton definitely not only represents Compton, it represents African Americans in a great way. It also represents hip hop. I mean, shout out to music when music meant something. No disrespect to any artist, you know, no disrespect to the Meek Mill Drake era, but this is, it's a certain type of time. Speaking of Drake and Meek Mill, I don't know how much you've been following Straight Outta Compton and the interviews that they did. In an interview that Ice Cube did with Billboard, they talked to him about beefs and about doing having battles with other people, with other rappers, and he kind of addressed the Meek Mill Drake era, and pretty much what he said is that that's what hip hop and music is all about. And if you're gonna do a beef record, you got to go for the jugular. And they actually showcase Ice Cube's diss record to N.W.A, which is No Vaseline, and it still hits as hard as it did when it just was straight music. He was just as ruthless and just as raw, and so this is just where all of that artistry originated. So if you haven't gone to see Straight Outta Compton, please patronize that movie. It is a great movie, great film. I wouldn't suggest taking children just because of the nudity and some of the language. But if you have a child that is in love with music and already listens to that type of thing, it would be great for them to hear some of the ancestors or predecessors of hip hop. So definitely go see it. I'm going to go now because I just got a notification on my phone that I have 20% of battery left. Make sure you follow me, Miss T. Yep, that's me on everything. Please give me some hearts. Follow my channel, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also make sure you tune in every Thursday to Let's Chat Live with Miss T on DFWIRadio.com from 6 to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you later. Miss T. Yep, that's me. Out. Enjoy, inspire, empower. Have a good one.